Nature doesn't carry a passport. It doesn't recognize the Durand Line. It doesn't care for the diplomatic freeze between Kabul and Islamabad. In the last 72 hours, the skies over South Asia have opened up. Not with a life-giving drizzle, but with a lethal, relentless deluge. At least 45 people are dead, 28 in Afghanistan and 17 in Pakistan. This is not a natural disaster in the traditional sense. It is a recurring nightmare. We look at two nations, historically at odds, now united by a single, terrifying reality. They are drowning, and neither has the life jacket to save its people. In Afghanistan, the flooding has lit 33 out of 34 provinces. Think about that scale. The central and eastern regions, Parwan, Maidan, Wardak, Logar, are the hardest hit. In the northwest, a 14-year-old boy was struck by lightning while trying to find shelter. Others drowned simply trying to collect driftwood for heat. Border in Pakistan, the story is hauntingly similar. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is underwater. Again, homes have collapsed, livestock has been swept away, and the infrastructure, what little of it was rebuilt after the 2025 floods, is crumbling. Why does this happen every year? Two reasons. First, the geography. Both nations share the Hindu Kush mountain range. When the snow melts too fast or the rains fall too hard, gravity does the rest. And the second is the climate. South Asia is the ground zero of the climate crisis. The monsoon is becoming erratic. It arrives early, it stays late, and it strikes with a ferocity that 20th century drainage systems cannot handle. Here's where the tragedy becomes a travesty. If this were any other two neighbors, they would be sharing the satellite data. They would be coordinating dam releases. They would be running joint rescue operations. But this is Afghanistan and Pakistan. As we speak, the border at Torkham is a flashpoint. Just weeks ago, there were reports of cross-border shelling. Thousands of families are displaced not just by water, but by war. For Afghanistan, the Taliban administration is cash-strapped and internationally isolated. They have the will to govern, but lack the means to rescue. Their disaster management agency, ANDMA, is running on fumes and the remnants of foreign aid. For Pakistan, the economy is on a ventilator. The National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, is overwhelmed. The internal political friction makes every relief dollar a subject of debate rather than a tool for delivery. And the irony? Both governments blame external factors. Afghanistan blames international sanctions for their lack of equipment, and Pakistan blames global carbon emitters for the melting glaciers. Both are right, but their finger pointing doesn't dry a single roof. Let's talk about the people, because behind every statistic is a person who has lost everything. In Afghanistan, the UN reports that over 1,000 families are currently without shelter. Many of these are the same families who were repatriated for forced back across the border from Pakistan last year. They have no homes to go back to and no land to farm. In Pakistan's Swat Valley, the tourism industry, which is the backbone of the local economy, is in tatters. The hotels built on riverbeds are gone. The bridges are snapped like toothpicks. And here comes the reality check. While the leaders in Kabul and Islamabad exchange heated rhetoric, the common citizen and the borderlands is sharing the same mud. They are drinking from the same contaminated wells. They are facing the same outbreaks of cholera and typhoid. And where is the world? The global north likes to talk about climate justice. They sign pledges, they attend summits. But when the Indus overflows or the Kabul River surges, the loss and damage funds are nowhere to be seen. The aid that does arrive is a band-aid on a bullet wound. Afghanistan is trapped in a humanitarian pause because of political disagreements over the Taliban's policies. Pakistan is trapped in a debt trap where every dollar meant for a dam goes to paying off an old loan. Neither country can afford to build resilient infrastructure the world keeps talking about. You can't build a climate-proof bridge on an empty stomach. So, what is the takeaway? Afghanistan and Pakistan are two sides of the same coin. They are victims of a geography they cannot change and a climate they did not break. The flooding of 2026 is a warning. It tells us that political borders are an illusion in the face of ecological collapse. If these two nations cannot find a way to cooperate on water management, disaster response, and climate adaptation, they will continue to be buried by the same silt. The water is rising. The question is, when will the diplomacy catch up?